Let's talk about the Tecno Camon 40 Premier. I think this is the best camera phone on the 20k price range. So yung mga malapit dun. This phone has a quad 50MP camera setup. So tatlong 50MP cameras on the back and another 50MP camera in the front. Hindi ka bitin with the megapixels of this phone or the sensor quality in general. Ultra wide mo is 50MP. Yung Sony LYT701 also has 50MP and the telephoto lenses has 50MP. Kahit sa ibang phones on this price range, siya talaga yung may the best camera sensors all around. Yes, the video resolution here, it's pretty clear. Ang ganda ng kuha mo, it's pretty sharp. It's up to 4K 60fps. May mga flagship phones na kumukuha ng 8K resolution, but dapat yung isipin na napakalaki ng file ng 4K. Kung aabot ka pa ng 8K footage, it's actually an overkill. Kung mag-render ka ng videos, mag-transfer ka ng files from your cell phone to your computer, napakalaki ng 8K. For me, the sweet spot for professional video production is 4K. Yung selfie video naman ito is capable of the same 4K 60fps. Isa to sa mga selling point ng phone na to. Walang ganyang feature yung ibang phones at this price point. Even the Poco F7 Ultra doesn't shoot 4K video on the front selfie cam. It only takes 1080p video. So imagine, you have your 34,000 cellphone na hindi kayang mag-shoot ng 4K. For the images naman, for photography, this phone is definitely one of the best. Kaya nga Tecno Camon, it even has the same 100 times zoom kagaya ni Infinix Note 50 Pro Plus 5G. The specs of the sensor are similar. 100 times zoom is roughly the same quality. Hindi siya kagaya ng mga flagship phone na merong 100MP o kaya 200MP for the telephoto zoom. Pag super mahal na ng phone mo, kaya mo nang gawin yun. But here, it's still usable. Yes, it's not the best implementation of telephoto zoom. It is there when you need it. It's a fun feature to have. You can zoom as much as 100 times better than the phones around the 20k to 30k range na binibenta sa atin. You can shoot 0.6x ultra wide photos. Napakaganda pa rin ang quality niya. It's very clear. Normal shots from 1x zoom to 3x zoom, very sharp, tsaka very detailed yung kuha. And the color accuracy is also great. Minsan ini-enhance niya depending on the colors. Kunyari kung RGB like greens, reds, and blues, it tends to enhance the colors of it, pero hindi masyado. It enhances it on the best way na pwede kasi XDR capable na tong phone na to. Kung meron tayong standard dynamic range, meron namang high dynamic range sa kasunod, di ba, yung HDR. Now XDR is an enhanced version of that. You can really notice it sa mga picture quality niya and video quality. So definitely I would believe that capable siya ng ganun. The best thing about it here is hindi ko siya nakitaan ng issue kagaya ng Infinix Note 50 Pro Plus 5G review ko. Has some autofocus issues or nasisira yung video recording, yung kung mainit yung panahon. Tinest ko siya with the same settings as the Note 50 Pro Plus 5G. Wala akong nakitang issues using the camera system here. So it's pretty great. Taking portrait shots are also good. Yung background separation is great. Yung background blur is also very decent. If you wanna take those good portrait shots, maaaliw ka talaga sa phone na to. Sinabi nila sa website nila na pwede ka daw mag-take ng photos and videos under the water. Kasi IP68 and /IP69 rated naman daw ang phone na to. Not like the Infinix Note 50 Pro Plus 5G na IP64 lang. This one has the highest rating when it comes to dust and water resistance. You can also submerge it 1.5 meter under the water for 30 minutes. But I don't advise for you to do that kasi once again, water damage is not supported with warranty. Kung na-damage mo yung phone mo dahil nilangoy mo siya sa tubig, then baka umiyak ka ng 20k dyan. So, wag mo siyang gagawin. May isang unique feature naman itong phone na to, which is the flash snap. Kung merong street snap si Note 50 Pro Plus 5G, this one has a flash snap. It takes very clear photos kahit na moving yung object. So, you can do it automatically kung gusto mo, or you can actually manually shoot it habang tumatakbo, tumatalon yung subject mo. Clear na clear pa rin yung makukuha niya. which is pretty great for having those fun snapshots na gusto mo with your families and friends. I really enjoyed trying it out dito sa phone na to. Meron din pala siyang vlog, natuturuan kang mag-shoot ng video vlogs na kasi meron na siyang mga ready-made template dito na gagayahin mo na lang kung paano pag-shoot. Once again, this phone still has slow motion, dual video, AAGC portrait, panorama, pro mode, sky shop documents, super macro, tsaka long exposure, and yung super night mode. Automatic niyang tiniturn on yung night mode pag nadidetect niya na low light or madilim na. Very intuitive. So the screen size is 6.67 and it's AMOLED protected by Corning Gorilla Glass 7i. So matibay with a 1.5K resolution. Yung nakaganda sa kanya, hindi siya masyadong malaki, and it's up to 144 Hz din. So you can dial it down to 60 Hz kung gusto mo, or make it automatic depending on what you're doing. Kung need nyo ng higher refresh rate like gaming, mas maliit at mas manipis to siya kaysa sa Note 50 Pro Plus 5G ng konti. Curved din yung angles ng phone. Very comfortable siya on the hand. Yung overall look niya parang Xiaomi 15. It mimics how a camera looks like on the back. So this phone runs on the latest Android 15. Merong iOS 15 skin on top. Ang nakaganda talaga with Tecno and Infinix, wala silang bloatware ads. It's very clean to use. Kahit na sa mga budget phones nila, yung mga murang phones nila, hindi nila nilalagyan ng mga ads. This device has the Dimensity 8350 Ultimate chipset. Ito yung mid-range powerhouse chipset ngayon. Maganda yung performance, very smooth, very optimized din sa mga games. Kahit anong gawin mo, napakaganda. So wala akong issues na na-experience using this chipset right now. And it's also future-proof kasi up to 5.5G yung signal capability niya. In the near future, baka makakita tayo ng 5.5G implementation within the Philippines. And for games, this phone is pretty good. It has an unlocked 90 FPS sa CODM and medium graphics din siya. Pag gusto mo ng ultra graphics, makakuha ka ng 60 FPS. Very smooth. Yung Honor of Kings, Mobile Legends, kahit mag ultra graphics ka dito, makakuha ka ng 120 FPS. Kahit na mag FPS drop siya into like 90 FPS or 80 FPS, smooth pa rin masyado. Tinry ko rin to sa Wuthering Waves and Genshin Impact. It's also very smooth, 60 FPS maximum. Pwede mong i-ultra graphics kung gusto mo. It reminded me sa Poco X7 Pro performance. It gives you a cool experience when gaming. Meron siyang plastic frame. Hindi masyadong pumapasok yung init sa frame pag hinahawakan mo yung gilid ng phone. This has a 5100 mAh silicon carbon battery. Makunat din, it can last you all day. Pwede pang pagkabukas. Yes, depende sa usage mo. This phone has 70 watts charging. So, it can charge the phone from 0 to 100% in 60 minutes. It only has 12 gigabytes of RAM that you can extend to 24 gigabytes via MEMFusion. And 256 gigabytes of storage. Wala na siyang ibang option, yun lang talaga. So the color variants are Galaxy Black and Emerald Lake Green. Yun yung meron ako dito. Media consumption is great overall on this phone kasi maganda yung AMOLED screen. It has great blacks and color reproduction. Tapos yung speakers niya is Dolby Atmos tuned speakers. Kahit na 100% yung volume mo, hindi masyadong basag. The tuning of Dolby Atmos is great. And naka Widevine L3 security din tayo. Pwede tayong manood ng mga HDR content and maximum 4K content online. Pero napakadamot ni Netflix. Hindi tayo inaalaw na mag HDR support on this particular phone. Sa Netflix lang naman, sa ibang streaming app, okay naman yung HDR. Even in YouTube, makakapanood ka ng 4K 60 FPS HDR enabled content. There is a dedicated AI button in the side na pwede mong gamitin for flash nap or opening up the AI app. Once again, you can use Ella AI like Google Gemini or Google Assistant na pag na-open mo na siya, magsasalita ka lang and you can do accurate research na gusto mo. Tanungin mo siya and it will give you up-to-date answers. Napakaganda. It runs in DeepSeek R1. It's like a paid version of ChatGPT na very accurate, mabilis yung searching niya and hindi mo na kailangan mag-type. You can make a schedule sa calendar mo. Kung gusto mo mag-set ng meeting for tomorrow or another day, pwede, utusan mo lang siya. Utusan mo na kumuha ng selfie, tapos tatanungin mo siya ano yung nasa screen mo. You can ask it to play a song for you, open your photo gallery, or open the settings kung gusto mong may baguhin sa settings mo. Meron siyang mga corny jokes, yes, and you can also ask it to sing a Christmas song for you. Napakit ng features na nilagay nila dito. It's really nice to play around it. So maliban sa Ella AI, meron din tayong Tecno AI na napakadaming boast ng features. So meron kang document analyzer na pwede mong ma-analyze yung document in front of you, and pwede mo rin siyang ipasummarize sa kanya, magbasa ng articles online and ipa-analyze mo din sa AI. You can have automated call answering and call translation on the fly. Writing assistant can proofread your replies or yung ginawa mong content. It can even give you suggestions para mas pagandahin pa lalo yung content mo. You can ask it to write a letter or a poem for you. You can use it on your emails or chats para kung gusto mo mas professional ka or mas nakakaaliw yung responses mo. So meron din siya nung AI note kagaya nung sa Infinix na magdo-drawing ka kunwari ng simpleng drawing ng pusa and bibigyan kanya ng art version nun. Kahit anong gusto mo, pwede niyang i-AI generate yung simple drawing mo into something extraordinary. Meron din siyang video enhancer. So, kung nanonood ka kunwari ng YouTube video na 360p lang or 480p, mahina yung resolution, pangit din yung colors, pwede niyang ma-enhance ang colors and resolution nun. Meron nga siyang pagbabago, yes, noticeable nga siya when you're trying to view the video. So, maganda. Meron din siyang wallpaper generator that generates nice looking wallpapers for you with your picture, and pwede mo siyang i-apply sa phone mo. As usual, meron din siyang AI erase. You can automatically erase people on your picture na maganda naman yung quality. And meron din siyang AI extension. Kung bitin yung size ng picture mo, yung focal length, then pwede mo siyang i-AI extend. Meron din siyang, circle to search, Google Lens. Lahat ng features with Google pwede rin kasi nga naka Android 15 din to. It actually has all the AI capabilities na you would need on a phone right now. Right? So overall, this phone is pretty great. To be honest, this is the best mid-range phone for me if you're just talking about the overall features. Kasi si Poco F7 Ultra wins the category of performance kasi nga naka Snapdragon 8 Elite siya and it's the best chipset na makukuha mo, even the flagship chipset, right? Pero mid-range lang yung price niya at around like 34,000 pesos. But the camera on that phone is lacking, especially na sa selfie niya kasi 1080p video lang yung makukuha niya. So now, this one has 4K 60 FPS compared to the Note 50 Pro Plus 5G na 4K 30 lang. Dito, pwedeng 30 or 60 FPS. They are on the same mid-range category, but if you're talking about features, AI features, camera features, performance, lahat ng games dito, maganda rin yung FPS. The price is within the 20k range na tatalunin niya lahat yung nandun sa range na yon. If you're wanting to buy a phone and nasa mga 20,000 yung budget mo, this phone for me is highly recommended. That is my full review of the Tecno Camon 40 Premier 5G. If you like this phone, you can buy it. Now, I'm not an affiliate kasi binili ko yung phone na to for review. So, thank you so much sa panonood. You can subscribe or follow me here. Like, share, and comment kung nagustuhan niyo itong review ko. And take care naman na. Bye-bye.